He's met with a lot of people in the club, we met with people in the community, and we think that James Sanders is our guy. You know, James Sanders should be the next senator for Senate District 10. And James, why don't you come up and tell us why?
But before he comes up and gives us his thing, we have listened to him before this.
Yeah.
And the club is prepared to give an endorsement.
Yeah, this is it. This is the official endorsement.
So?
Yeah.
I like it. And I'll speak less.
Yeah.
The club is prepared. We have listened to this, well, I'll call him the senator, but we have listened to the councilman. He has spent an hour, 2 hours with us. He has set out his policies, and he has assured us that he would not be a senator for the Rockaway alone. He will represent all of his district, which includes Richmond Hill. And as a result of that, we have worked very hard. We have registered people, and so on. And so we are prepared tonight.
Yeah, to give you the endorsement of the Richmond Hill Democratic Club.
Wait, that's your picture. That's your picture.
Yeah, this is classic politics right here.
I just ask that you switch my face with any of theirs so that they'll know how it is to be ugly.
So we lack
the councilman
and the future senator.
Well, I want to thank this noble club for such a great thing, and I'm going to be kind to you. I'm going to allow you to sit down somewhere. Not there. That might not be the best.
Yeah.
If you want to get a seat, this is your moment.
He's warning you. He's going to be talking.
Yeah.
All right. Get on. This is my moment. Move. My friends, good evening. Good evening. My name is Councilman. Oops. Did I say so? My name is now Councilman James Sanders Jr. And I was blessed when I walked out the house this morning, and I'm going to be blessed when I go back in the house in the evening. You know, I don't deserve any of these great things, but all I can do is try to work hard to earn it, to make sure at the end of the day people understand that not only does their vote count, but they count. I have such great friends in the audience here, and there's so many, and if you start naming names, you're going to get in trouble. So I will not name my brother Vishnu Mahadio back there. I won't name him. So I won't get in trouble by naming everybody in here. Ooh, to him who much has been given, much will be required. This is a gigantic district. It has a little bit of everybody. It's one of the most interesting districts that we can find. You have everyone from Orthodox Jews. You have Latinos. You have different type of blacks. You have the Indo-Caribbean community. You have all kinds of people here, and they all want one thing: their chance at the American dream, their chance to live a good life, their chance to see them move forward and their children move forward. And I think that that is part of what government is supposed to be. Now, if you know what I know about the people in back of me, you know that they are very clear that they want all of the 10th, I almost said congressional, senatorial district to move forward. But the charity or parity begins at home. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to speak about this community. I trust you. I know you want me to speak about every other community, but I'm not going to do that tonight. Tonight I'm going to speak about this particular community. Now I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for the I'm not speaking for this great Democratic club. I'm not. That's called a disclaimer. Anytime you hear somebody do that, that means they're about to tell you something. I hope that your camera goes on pause by itself. I'm speaking for myself. I would say that a great disservice has been done to the Indo-Caribbean and the South Asian community with these lines. I would say that these lines are not reflective of our, and I include all of us here, our growing strength. and we need to do something about them. We need to do about it yesterday. And I believe that the people who can do something about it are in this room right now. And I believe that we should do something, and we should commit ourselves to making sure that we create the next generation of South Asian and Indo-Caribbean leaders of every different part, every part that your heart and your imagination can lead you to. And we need to start doing that training now, because elections are here before you even know it, and don't I know that. How are we, okay, Sanders, watch this one, don't move. All right. So Sanders, what are you going to do different than we've heard all of you guys come up here. What are you going to do different? I'm glad you raised that question, sir. And I'm going to answer you this way. I do everything different. One of the things that we are going to do different is we're going to open up an office in this community, God willing, on Liberty. This noble community should not have to trek 1,000,000 miles to get service. Service should be right where the people are. Why should our mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers have to go? Those places are great places, but so is this one. We want an office here. That's good, Sanders, but it's only a beginning. We need more. Who is this guy? Is he with you? Somebody watch this guy. All right. You want more, then you may get more. You want more, you'll have to do more. That office that we speak of should have an Indo-Caribbean or a South Asian person working in it. We're not against any other community. We have no argument with any other community. We have no argument with ourselves either. That community should be reflected. A person should have the feeling of warmth of going in there and not have to go through jump over a bunch of cultural barriers to get stuff done. Why can't we have a person who grows up in this fine community in charge? If we're talking about creating the next generation of leaders, then let's create the next generation of leaders. We don't have to wait until some foreign day, some distant moment. Let's start now. Let us begin working in the way that we want to finish. All right. That's amazing, Sanders. You know, I really like you. I don't do that. I'm not ready yet. I'm gonna have to fire this guy. I really like you. That's amazing. That's a tough guy to win over. I'm glad I won you over, but that's all right. But that person is not going to be segregated, however. My office will have to work with everyone. That person will work with my Orthodox Jewish population. They will work with the black population. They will work with the white population. They will work with Latinos. If we can find some green folk, they will work with green people too. My office works with everyone. There is no special person just for this group. Everyone has to be able to deal with all issues that are out there. And that's how we are going to work. What are the issues that we're going to tackle? Why, the issues that this great Democratic Club and other groups are going to come up with. You will set the agenda here. I can tell you what I believe are some of the problems, but you know the situation right here better than I do. And therefore you need to set the criteria, set what we are going to work on together. I tell people, and I get in trouble, and watch this one, never do this, never do what I'm about to do. You ready? Yes. That I am not here to work for you. No, I'm not. You're about to fire me already. Man, I didn't even get hired yet. Am I bold or what? I am not here to work for you. I'm here to work with you. I'm here to work with you. If we say that we have a problem, then let's organize it together and let's see what we can do about it. If we say that education is a problem, that too many of our students are failing, then let's see what we can do to work together to solve the problem. If we say that our streets out here, that the business community is being put upon and is hard pressed, then let's work together to resolve that. If we say that we need a community center where we can start training and having opportunities, then we need to work those things. These are some of the things that I've been told already. And this is why we're going. But I need your help, my friends. I need your help. Did you know that? You knew that? You gonna give this to me? Ah, look at that. I can't even win her over. Boy, I'm in trouble. I'm going to win you over before the night. All right. I need your help. I need you to take this personal. I need you to understand that September 13th, for all practical purposes, is here. I need you to get out there and move this community. But I need you to do it with a very sophisticated way of looking at it. I want you to, excuse me, Steve, I want you to move this community because the powers that be are going to look at how many votes you turn out. I'll say it again. The powers that be are going to look at how many votes you turn out. They're looking to see, is the South Asian community awake? Is the Indo-Caribbean community awake? In this country, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. One of the reasons we have not received what we deserve is because we haven't organized to the level that we need to. We need to organize and let the powers that be know that the sleeping giant has arisen. That President Toteram has somehow done what many folk have been trying to do. That the sleeping giant has arisen and has organized. And has created a Democratic club that can turn out some votes separate and apart of the Sanders business, that can be measured. They will see, here's how it was before the giant awoke, and here is how it is afterwards. That way you can have other conversations. We can start talking about resources that need to come into this community. We can start talking about our children need some of these jobs too. We can start talking about all of these things that we've been speaking amongst ourselves about. And now the moment is here. I am here because you are here. I am here because people all over this district have come together and said we can't go on this way anymore. It's not working. And they said we need a guy, somebody bold enough, somebody crazy enough, somebody bold enough to get out there and bring the change that we need. This community has said, send in the Marines. Send in the Marines. No, there's no such thing as a former Marine. There isn't.
There's a couple of
We got another Marine right here.
There are no former Marines. There are Marine Corps veterans. There are former Army. There are former Air Force. But there is no such thing as a former Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. So we are saying, send in the Marines. When we speak of our children going down the drain, it's time that we send the Marines in. When we speak about our elders not having, it's time to send in the Marines. When we speak of this community being deprived, we need to send in the Marines. We need to show that we are serious, that we are not going to back up, we're not going to go away. But I ask you, my friends, in fact, I warn you, one of the things that victory does, one of the things that we have been able to do, we've been able to snatch failure from the mouth of victory. And we do that by a simple thing that has been used against us for many years. We turn on each other and not to each other. We find secondary things to be more important. Are we Big Island or Little Island? Actually, I came from Long Island. Are we black or white? Are we Asian? Are we Latino? Why can't we remember this moment? Why can't we remember a moment when we said we all can eat? We all can win. It need not be us versus them or a win-loss. We need to create a win-win by turning to each other and not on each other. I'm glad that we have professors here from these prestigious institutes. They will tell you the truth in what I'm saying. That if we could figure out how to stay together, if we could figure out how to win and share the win, then you can win greater things. You can win more things. And this Democratic Club will rack up a history of wins. And when we look back on history, when we look back to the history of New York City, we can say the new New York began tonight. A New York that wasn't against one another. A New York that was larger than the problem. A New York that didn't look down on people. A New York that embraced diversity. A New York that understood that we all are coming on a different boat, but we're in the same ship. And we better watch and make sure it doesn't sink. A new New York that has room for everyone. We have a large tent, as I conclude. We have a large tent. That, you see, that's called a transition. That lets these guys know that I done wound all my steam out. And finally, I heard this guy in his mind, when will he ever stop? The balloons are losing air. Food is frozen. The sky's going on. She was saying, 2 more minutes and we take back the endorsement. I heard it. I heard it. So I'm going to stop and say that, my friends. I look forward to hard work. I offer you hard work. I offer you challenge. I offer you long hours, low pay. Sounds like my job. I offer you that people will not just jump up and clap every time you come, but I offer you this. I offer you honest government. God willing, you will never hear my name with any stealing of the poor people's money. You never will hear my name brought up. I'm from a very poor family. My mother was a domestic, my father a sharecropper who became a janitor. They really did not have many skills that this country praises. But my mother taught me something. She said to me, don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me. Now, I don't need 12 PhDs to understand what that means. I don't need that to understand that taking poor people's money is wrong. That's the money that we need to be building our community. I don't need 12 PhDs to understand that. So we will continue to have honest government, hard work, bringing stuff home. We do believe in bringing home the bacon. It could be turkey bacon.
Okay, what to say?
It could be chicken bacon. It could be tofu bacon. Man, that must be rough.
That must be rough stuff. There's a mosque right
Yeah,
Is that right? Yeah. I done lost it. There I go. That part of my speech I got from Steve. Steve is a campaign manager. And he said, I think it's a good thing that you bring in the bacon.
Ramadan.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate that. My former campaign manager. That's all right. My friends, if you can't find something funny, you're in the wrong line of work. If you can't find some humor in what you're doing, you really need to find something else to do, because you're going to work too hard and you're not going to do it. You'll quit too easily. All I need to do to find humor is to look at my paycheck. Brings a laughter to my, and every time except my bill collected. So I end with these great words, my friends. I look forward to working with you. I encourage you to come on out there with me. Let's knock on some doors together. Let's go to people. Let's find and tell them that they have a reason to vote. People feel that there is no reason to vote. Yes, you do. You have a reason. We care. This Democratic club cares and will make a difference. Having said that, I want to say God bless you. I will try every day to earn your great endorsement, and I will remember this moment, and you will be there when we win, and you will be there when we govern, even more important. God bless you.